Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Mr. Abdul Fabaz, your commerce teacher from ss1 Model College. How are you at home and your family generally? How are you coping with your studies at home? We pray that Allah should increase us in knowledge. Inshallah, we are going to look at a topic which is called money. Money is one of the topics to be taught in third term scheme of work. What is money? Money is anything that is generally accepted as a medium of exchange, settlement of debt, and other business obligations. When we say money, what is money? Anything that is generally accepted as a medium of exchange. That is, what we refer to as money must be generally acceptable by the people. Not only that, it must be accepted in a way that when it is used in exchange for other things, it must be accepted. For example, if money is taken to the market in exchange for goods or services, it must be accepted. Not only that, it also seen as a settlement of debts. That is, goods or services can be enjoyed now and the payment can be deferred to future time. So that is what? That is settlement of debt and other business obligations. So other business obligations we shall be looking into this now when we get to functions of money. So money can also be defined as anything that's generally accepted as a means of payment. So when service is enjoyed, we can use money to pay for the service we have enjoyed and any other thing that we are using money. So money can serve as what? As a means of payment. So money came to be employed as a result of the numerous defects of barter system. So in our forefathers, during the time of our forefathers, we were using what is referred to as barter system. What is barter system? Barter system is a type of system in which goods is used to exchange for other goods. What do we mean by this? In a situation when a farmer has cultivated yam and is in need of maize, he will need to go ahead and look for somebody that is in need of maize, but and that person is looking for yam. So that the farmer will now what? Look for somebody that is having maize. They will now exchange with the yam he has. So in that now we call it barter system. So there are a lot of problems which are being faced, such as coincidence of wants. That is, if I'm having yam now and I'm looking for somebody that is having maize, I may not be able to what? See the person. So it might mean that maybe I may come into contact with somebody that is having yam, and since I'm also having yam, we cannot what? Exchange. So that's one of the problems. Another problem is that how the visibility of how are we going to know the exact amount of yam we have to what? Leave in order to exchange for what? For maize. So those are the problems that are being what? Faced or encountered at that particular problem, and that is why there is what? There is introduction of some materials which are used in form of money at that particular time. So let us now look at the functions of money. What are the functions of money? Money performs the following functions. One, medium of exchange. Money is being used for exchange of goods and services. So if you want to buy any goods in the market, we take our money and we go to the place. So we give the seller the money and we collect the goods. Also, the schools we are going, we pay for the school fees in order to enjoy the service of what? Education. So meaning that what? Money is being used for exchange of goods and services. A consumer can exchange money for different things in the market. So anything that one wants to buy, it can be exchanged for money. So number two, standard for deferred payments. Standard for the settlement of debt at a later date is referred to as deferred payment. So meaning that when goods are bought on credit, so meaning that the payment of such goods is going to be deferred to future time. So in such a situation now, money is also used as a standard for deferred payments. Goods can be bought now and the payment of money is deferred to future time. So that's one of the words of the functions of money. Functions performed by money. The another one is unit of account. Money is also used as a unit of account. So if money can be used as a unit of account, it's possible for our account records of transactions by individuals and companies to be kept in bank statements, ledgers, and invoices. So in our financial statement now, we use unit of money, we use figure for money to represent our what? To our information on bank statements, ledgers, and invoices. So another one is store of value. So money is also served as well as store of value. That is something that can be kept. So for the time that we are going to need it. So when there is no inflation, money maintain its value. When there is no inflation, 100,000 that we have kept today will be the same amount when we want to collect it what in a year or in what in 10 years to come, when there is no inflation. That is store of value. Another one is as a measure of value. The value of goods and services are expressed by prices. Therefore, money is used as a statistic to measure and compare the worth of goods and services as well as occupation. So if you want to buy anything or want to enjoy services now, we use money to measure the goods, the price we are going to pay for the goods, and the price we are going to offer for the services. Not only that, we also use value of money to know the amount we are going to pay for the what for the employees in occupation. So those are the functions of money. Now, qualities or causes of money. Number one, there are qualities. What are the qualities that money must have? So one is general acceptability. General acceptability. So meaning that anything referred to as money must be generally acceptable by the people. So money we are using in what in southwest here must it the same that we are using what in southeast or in north. So it must be the same within the country. So then number two, it must be portability. So anything we refer to as money must something that can be easily carried from one place to another. So must something that can be easily what carried from one place to another, must be portable. Then number three, anything referred to as money must comparatively scarce, must be relatively scarce. So meaning that anything referred to as money must something that we cannot easily see on the road is not to maintain its what its value. So another one is number four, which is homogeneity. So it's homogeneity. The money that you are using must be homogeneous. A denomination that we are using in southwest here must be the same with what is being used in another region of the country. So the money, all the denomination must be homogeneous. Then number five, durability. Money we are using must be durable. It must be durable. So it must be durable. It must not be something that can was easily tear off. So it must not be something that can easily tear or wear off. So that's durability. Then stability. The money what we are using as money must something that must be stable. So must be something that must be stable. Then if if it is stable, then it can easily then the function of money as a what as a store of value, we the value of the money can easily be retained. So then also if there is no fluctuation, the money will maintain its value. Also if there is no fluctuation, those that are lending another person, people can easily lend another the money they have, since there's no fluctuation in the what in the money. The another one is divisibility. What we are using as money must be easily divisible, and that's why we are having different denominations into Nigerian money. So we are having 1,000 naira, 500 naira, 200 naira, 100 naira, downward like that. So but something that is easily divisible. Then recognizability. What you are using as money must be recognized, must be easily recognized among people. So those are the qualities that money has. So let us now look at the types of money. What are the types of money? One, legal tender. Legal tender. So legal tender is the means of payment by which a trader is compelled by the law of a state to accept in settlement of debts. It has the backing of the law and it has offence to reject it. So when we say legal tender, as the name implies, legal tender is a type of money or means of payment that is compelled by the law of a state to accept in settlement of debts. Meaning that if it is rejected by anyone in the state or country, it will serve as what? As a punishable offence in the face of law. So the money that is being used in the state or country must something that must be seen as a legal tender, meaning that it must be supported or backed up by law. Another one was two, coins. Coins are precious metals made of silver which have a defined amount of metallic content. So maybe inshallah when we resume, I will come to the class with coins so that every student will be able to know what is meant by coins. So we are also using coins for to buy goods and services as money. We are also using coins for money, and the denomination we are having then, there were 25 kobo, 50 kobo, and 1 naira, and so on. So those are the coins we are having. So another form of money is banknotes. These are slip of papers or coins issued by the central bank. So all the notes, paper money we are using, they are referred to as banknotes, and it is printed by a central bank, and that is why the name of central bank and the governor that printed it, their name is on it. So all those are examples of what? Banknotes. Another one is partial money. What do we mean by partial money? These are representative of money which may not be legal tender, which will not be legal tender. So meaning it's not a legal tender because it is not accepted by all and sundry in the state or country. So they are accepted within a certain restricted area. They are not made mandatory for acceptance by all the people. So when we say partial money, it can also be referred to as representative money. So these are being used by either a company. So there are some companies that are using some maybe vouchers, tickets, bill of exchange, checks. So it is accepted within that company and as well as their customers. So let us look at the example. The example of partial money, they are petrol vouchers. There are some those that are into transports. Whenever they are traveling, they have some known petrol station that they collect petrol from without any payment. So maybe at the end of the month or year, the owner of the company will now come out to pay the petrol station. So, and this now, once this petrol voucher is presented to the petrol station, they will give the driver petrol free of charge at that particular time. So that is petrol voucher. Another one is tickets. For example, now let's say a person moves to museum now or cinema center to watch. After the person has paid for the ticket, and when one get to a cinema center, and if one has been able to show that ticket, it will be seen as what? As a partial model. One will be allowed to what? To enter into what? Into the seminar. Another one is bill of exchange. When we say bill of exchange, let's say there is a creditor and debtors. Let's say a debtor is owing 1 million naira to a creditor, and debtor has now promised that okay, for the money you could not be able to pay it now, so maybe by September we'll pay it. So in that situation, creditor is in need of money and he could not wait till that time to collect the money. Creditor can easily go to the bank. Bank will now creditor will prepare a bill of exchange. So that bill of exchange, there will be a signature of the creditor there, signature of the debtor, and bank that creditor has approached will sign on it. So bank will now pay the creditor. So when the time that September now comes to pay the debtor, then debtor will now pay the money to the bank. So that bill now being prepared by the creditor to show that certain amount of money is owed by the debtor, and in agreement with what that the bank will collect it when the time signified by the what buyer by the debtor has come. Then that bill we call it bill of exchange. So meaning that that bill of exchange now is also seen as what, as money, as a partial money, which is restricted to be used by the bank, the creditor, and the debtor involved. If it is made available to another different from those three people we have mentioned, it will not be accepted. That's how we call it partial money. Another one is check. So check now is also can be used by the person that the check has been given to, and the bank that its name is written on the check. So those are the what we refer to as partial money. Another one is what, commodity money. This type of money which has value as money and also as commodity. When we say money, commodity money, it means that that money is having two functions. One, it has value as money. Another one is that it's also being used as what, as commodity. Commodity money is valuable for its own sake since it can be put to some other use. They can be used as medium of exchange, e.g. good. So when we look at good, good has value as commodity, and if it is being used as money, it will now be also having value as money. So meaning that what is serving two purposes of what, of being a commodity and of being a what, of being on in a commodity money. So that's what we refer to as what, commodity money. Another one is fiat money. Fiat money, this is any money the government has declared to be legal tender but not backed by reserve. So for example now, the money we are using in Nigeria, we have reserve. Central bank has kept some money as reserve in the World Bank and also in African Bank. So this type of money that we are using, that, and we also we are also having money as reserved, as what we have reserved in whether it be World Bank or international banks. We call it fiat money. So another one is fiduciary money. This is an issued bank note that is backed up by government securities, not by gold. So when we look at this, now when we say something is fiduciary notes, it means that such money is backed up by government securities. When we say government securities, they are treasury bills, bonds, debentures. All these, they are government securities. So in such wise, when government is in need of loan in the market, maybe it's the stock exchange market. What is the stock exchange market? Stock exchange market is a market in which government and other needy companies go to in order to what, get loan from the market. So when government now is in need of loan, is in need of money, government will now issue out its securities such as treasury bills, bonds, gilt edge. So all this now will be issued out. When it is issued out, government will now use that in raising money from the what, from the market, from the capital markets. They will use it to raise loan. So those that are now having that treasury bills, bonds, these are documents. They will now have that mind at rest that what, government is owing them certain amount of money. So in that, government has been able to give them those securities just to ensure that what, yes, truly government is owing them. And that's why we call what we said is a fiduciary, that is, they are the they are the they are the money or issue bank notes which is backed up by government securities, not by gold. So these are the types of money that we have. So let us now look at the similarity between money and other commodities. Commodity can be defined as an object which has value that can be demanded to satisfy human wants. Commodity can be defined as an object which has value that can be demanded to satisfy human wants. So meaning that when we say commodity, it is something that we use as an object that, one, it is demanded in the market. Not only that, it is made to satisfy human wants. For example now, if I'm in need of goods now, I usually go to the market to buy them. in order to satisfy my own wants. Not only that, money can also be bought in the market. We have a place where they are buying money in the market. So foreign exchange, um, forex exchange there. So now let's now look at the similar between money and other commodities. One, money like other commodities is demanded in order to satisfy human wants. So we have a situation in which people will go to the maybe to market to have new note of money, and when one is to have that, there is going to be a payment. So one might say I want to have maybe 5,000 naira new notes, and the person will now pay 5,000 naira, maybe 6,000 naira to demand for 5,000 naira new notes. That is what you also see that as commodity. Then another one there, the prices of money and other commodities are determined by invisible arms of demand and supply. When we say invisible arms, we also call it price mechanism. This is the forces of demand and supply that determine the price. So when in the market, most of the goods we are selling or buying in the market, the prices are not regulated by government. The who is now regulating it? When the price is not regulated by the government, who is regulating the prices? So we now see that price of goods and services are being regulated by the forces of demand and supply. That is, by the negotiation, bargaining between the what buyers and sellers. That's what we refer to as invisible hand, because we cannot see the hand. We cannot say that somebody or government is operating the market, but we know that the relationship between buyers and sellers, the force of demand and supply of goods and services will determine the price at which a known goods is to be sold and bought. And that's why we call it invisible hand. Adam Smith call it invisible hands. We also call it price mechanism. So number three, both money and other commodities. So in number two that we have said, money and other commodities are determined. So government is not determining the amount that money can be sold and bought, and the amount that commodities can also be sold and bought. So number three now, both money and other commodities are guided as commodities. So money is seen as commodity because it has futures of commodities. So it has features of commodities. So I can go to the market to to demand for money in the market. So there are some people that are into forex trading, forex trading. They buy and sell of what? Of currencies. And when we say forex trading, it has to do with what? Buying and selling of currencies. Some are dealing into that. A market where money can be bought and sold, we call it forex trading. Forex trading market where money can be bought and sold. And that is why we said both money and other commodities are gathered as commodity. So when we say commodities now, we meant that it is something that we go to the market to buy. So as we go to the market to buy commodities, goods and services that we are using, as we go to the market to buy it, we are also going to the market to buy money. And that's why I said that where money can be bought and sold is what as forex trading markets. And number five, both money and other commodities are assets. So money is seen as assets. Also, commodities are also seen as assets. So anybody that has money now, if I'm having money in the bank now, it's seen as assets. That is properties. So it's for properties. When we say money, money is seen as properties. Likewise, commodities that one has are also seen as properties or as assets. So number six, money and other commodities are used for exchange. Since we have said that money can also be bought and sold in the market, in the forex trading market. Commodities are also can be bought, can be used to have another thing. Money can be used to have another thing. Commodities can also be used to have another thing. So those are the similarities between money and other commodities. So inshallah in our next lesson we shall continue from there. We pray that Allah should give us the understanding of what we have just discussed and should make us better Muslims.